Patty, do you have any idea where your mother went?
You're asking me like I'm supposed to be the one watching her or something. And considering I left 2 days ago to be on this business trip for the week, how would I be able to find her for you? Not sure what's up with that question, Dad.
What? You're on a business trip right now?
I am. There was this major event that my company took part in yesterday, and so I've been out of here for 2 days now and will actually be coming home early now. Most likely tonight by the latest.
Is that right?
So does that mean you never even noticed me not being home with you guys?
Well, I was just kind of wondering why I hadn't seen you for the last 2 days, but that was all.
Well, whatever, Dad. I have to start getting my things packed up before I head out, so are we done here? I'll be home by tonight at the latest, okay?
All right, I guess I'll see you then.
Patty, I hope your business trip has been going well for you. You texted me last night saying that you would most likely be coming home today now, right? That's right, Mom. I actually just got all my things packed up and am heading to the bus now. I was told this bus wouldn't take as long when we came out here due to traffic not being so bad, so I should be home in the afternoon. Earlier than I was expecting, actually. Is that so? Then, I hate to have to ask this from you on your way home while you're probably very tired, but do you mind stopping at the grocery store and picking up some vegetables for me? I could do that for you, but why are you asking me? It's pretty rare for someone like you who loves cooking to be asking me to buy those types of things. Actually, I haven't been feeling too well today. Does this have to do with what came up last time? Are you going to be all right, Mom? To tell you the truth, I'm actually in the hospital right now. I'm not sure whether I'll be out of here or not before dinner time, so I was thinking of having you take care of the shopping before I figure all that out. The doctor should be coming to my room soon to talk with me some more about that. Do you want me to just make dinner then? What? Oh, you have to be tired from your trip though, right? I'm not that tired, actually. If I'm home early enough, I'll take a few minutes to relax and such before I get to cooking. Also, if we were to have takeout or something like that for dinner again tonight, Dad would just get all frustrated again and start babbling on and on like usual, right? If I go ahead and cook for us, he shouldn't complain about it all one bit. Good point. Then can I please ask you to cook dinner tonight for me? Will do, Mom. I'll make sure not to screw it up this time either. Thank you, Patty. Now, you have a safe trip home today on that bus. Dad! Excuse me?
Wait, it's only you, Patty?
Dad, is it true that you went and punched Mom and then kicked her out of the frickin' house?
What? Why do you know about all of that? Did your mother go and start running her mouth about all of that again?
Again?
Listen to me, Patty. This time it was all your mother's fault. All of it. So don't you start playing into whatever the hell she has to say about me.
I haven't even spoken to Mom about any of this yet. Just a second ago, I got back to my office from my trip and was heading home from there. And guess who I ran into on the way? The old lady that's living next door to our place. She came up to me in a hurry and told me what she'd seen take place at the front door of our house. She couldn't understand all the things you were saying to Mom at the time because you were in such a rage that your words all sounded like grunting. The old lady thought that you were only going to tell Mom that she wasn't allowed inside and nothing else would happen. But right before Mom was about to say anything to you, you punched her in the face and then forced her off the property.
So all of that was seen by that old hag next door? Now I'm annoyed.
What the hell are you annoyed about? You tell me right now why the hell you do something like that to Mom, your own wife.
I did that because your mother had an affair with another man.
Huh? Mom had an affair? You're telling me that Mom, the most loving and serious person I know, slept with another man?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on a second, Dad. Mom is not the type of person who could ever do something like that, though. Do you have things like evidence of her having an affair, or at least someone who also saw it happening?
I do. I have my own eyes which saw it all go down. They saw her having that affair, and now she's pregnant because of it.
She's pregnant? Mom is pregnant?
Yeah, I made sure to get a really good photo of everything with my phone as well. Now I'll be able to get a settlement of $100,000 from her ass.
Wait, is Mom even able to get pregnant right now?
Huh?
Well, this is something I heard both Mom and Grandma talking about a while back. The only reason she was ever able to carry me was after 5 years of trying really hard to do all sorts of treatments for infertility, right? Those 5 years were all worth it to Mom, though, but afterwards she was saying to Grandma that she would never have another child again because it was just too hard for her. So, what this means is that Mom getting pregnant from another man during an affair isn't even possible for her.
What?
By the way, even before today, with Mom having to struggle with her illness so often, do you really think she'd have the time to cheat on you with another man?
She's been struggling with an illness for a while now?
Due to Mom's age, she told me that she's most likely suffering from something that is due to her going into menopause now. But she never wanted to just assume something like that to be the case with all the other kinds of illnesses out there that it could be, and so today she took the chance to go in and see a doctor about it.
She went to the hospital then. Hey, would someone like her be going to the hospital for something like menopause issues, though?
Well, if the hospital has a department centered around women's health, then sure.
Then what all I saw today was...
Today? Dad, don't tell me. But because Mom was having to go to the hospital and everything, you assumed that she was pregnant and that she was having an affair and all of that? If that's what you assumed to be her having an affair and being pregnant, what the hell is the picture you took that you say is evidence?
I took a picture of your mom in the waiting room of that hospital.
Huh? You're telling me you assumed that she was cheating on you based off such a vague scenario, and that you would punch her in the face and kick her out of the house over that?
But she was at the gynecology department, and that's where pregnant women usually go to.
The gynecology department is a place you not only can get helped with things like pregnancy and vaginal health, but you can also go there to talk and get tested for other things related to women. It's literally a field of medicine dedicated to all things women, like menopause and the sort.
Is that right?
That hospital she's at has a gynecology department, right? And the waiting room for it is for all the departments there, so anyone who's sick, injured, whatever, will be waiting in that room.
Are you kidding me?
Jesus frickin' Christ, Dad! I get that for the longest time now you always had troubles with things like getting the wrong impression and such, but this time you've really gone and done it.
Patty.
For the time being, I'm going to find Mom and take care of her, so you won't be seeing me around the house.
What? Where even is your mom right now?
You think I'm going to tell your frickin' ass after what you did to her? When it comes to things that either her or I need, I'll be coming over to the house while you're away to pick them up.
What about my food and things like the laundry?
At a time like this, all you're worried about is your frickin' food and clothes?
But I mean, your mother is always...
Do it your damn self, Dad. Mom, how have things been since? Are you going to be all right? Patty, I'm so sorry if any of this has gotten you worried. I'm back at your grandma's house now, taking a break, so I think everything will be fine. I heard that you got punched in the face by Dad, but did you not go to the hospital or anything for it? You need to go to the ER and get paperwork for that from the doctor, all right? Yes, you don't need to worry about that right now. Thankfully, the old lady that lives next door to us saw what happened to me and took me to the hospital in her car. There I was able to get all the paperwork and everything I needed, as well as advice on what to do about the dispute. And then after that, she took me back to your grandma's house so that I didn't have to see your father anymore. So she did all of that for you? She came to me as well and told me everything about what had happened. I'll have to go and thank her for all that she's done for us later. You should, and I'll tag along to give her my thanks as well. I really do appreciate everything she's done for me. By the way, Patty, do you have any idea how your father's doing right now? Right. I talked with the old lady from next door before I got home, and so I went ahead and started to talk with Dad through text. Mom, you were at the gynecology department when you went to the hospital today, right? It seems like Dad saw you there in the waiting room. What? Your father came to the hospital too? That's what it seems like anyway. So he assumed that you were there because you were pregnant, and then he tied that to you having an affair with another man behind his back. That's what he told me. Are you serious? I'm telling you, Mom, by this point I really am the most fed up a human can be with Dad. Did your father completely forget about my age and about the fact that we had such a hard time conceiving you years and years ago due to me being infertile? I talked with him about that while we were texting, actually. I also explained to him that those who go to the gynecology department aren't only going there because they're pregnant. Since this was over text, I'm not sure how he was really reacting to all the things I was saying to him, but I think he understood all of that. I see. Mom, is there something you're a bit concerned about now besides those things? Kind of, yes. Something about your father being at a place like the hospital then has me feeling a bit off. I think I'm going to have to look into all of that a bit more and see what was going on there.
Hey, Patty! Your mom is there right now, isn't she?
No, she isn't. I'm at work right now anyway.
Then you tell me right now where the hell your mother is at and how I can get to her.
Does this have to do with her getting that settlement from you now?
It sure does. I have all kinds of things that I would like to ask her about, yet no matter how much I call and text her, she won't respond.
That's because she went and blocked your number already.
She went and blocked her own husband's phone number?
Didn't she say something to you about how she wants you to talk with her lawyer from now on?
Why should I do that?
You were explained to why that was by her lawyer already, right? She said that you're being asked for a settlement now because you've been having an affair behind her back and because your other woman is pregnant now. She not only wants your money for what you've done, but a divorce as well. Hence why she's having her lawyer talk with you about it now.
She wants a divorce.
For how violent you got with Mom when you didn't even have a lick of good evidence against her, you turned out to be the one with a secret wife and kid all along. I can't believe you, Dad. And you were getting all excited about how you thought you caught Mom cheating on you and about how you'd be getting $100,000 from her in the divorce, right?
How do you know I was happy about that?
Because it was made obvious when we texted. And because Mom told me that, she saw you trailing her on the day she had to go in and get checked out by the gynecologist. And then she was wondering why you had to go to the hospital as well like that. And after thinking about that for a second, she assumed maybe you were there to get tested or looked at for something as well that day. But then she realized that a lot of times when one of the partners in a relationship starts to assume that the other has been cheating on them like you were, it usually means they're hiding their own secret relationship.
What?
And with that in mind, Mom went ahead and asked for someone to help her look into you. She learned that you were with another woman and that she had become pregnant. And the reason you were at the hospital that day like Mom was because you were going to meet your other woman there to talk about the pregnancy with the doctor. That's why you saw Mom there in the waiting room.
She went and looked that far into all of this?
Had you just let her be and not went after her throat, claiming that she had been cheating on you, then things probably would have never come to all this. Right?
Are you kidding me? I really dropped the ball this time.
Dad, are you seriously going to sit out there this whole time ringing the doorbell over and over and over like a frickin' child?
I came out here so that I could talk with your mother about all of this, and until she answers the damn door and lets me speak, I'm gonna keep ringing this doorbell.
The only people here right now are Grandma and Grandpa, though. We saw you coming out to this place looking for Mom days ago and knew that you'd be back to try and stop her. Mom already had to quit her part-time job because of you and has been trying to hide this entire time now. She told me that she doesn't want this to go on any longer and start affecting me any, so she's talked with her lawyer and the court, and they're going to enforce an arbitrary divorce.
She's gonna force the divorce now?
And with the way you're behaving now, there's no way you're going to slow things down any longer, Dad.
No way!
There, now that you've heard what's going to happen, get the hell out of here!
Damn it! Why the hell is this happening to me?
You'd really like to know why? It's called getting what you frickin' deserve, you old fart.
Patty, you're my freaking daughter, so you help me out right now!
No!
What did you say?
No! I'm cutting you out of my life now. Bye-bye.
Wait, don't do that to me, Patty! Patty!
It turned out that the woman my dad was cheating on my mom with at the time was a coworker from the same company as him. She was 23 years old, which makes her younger than even myself, his own daughter. And considering she was pregnant with his child, that means he had done it with someone younger than me too. Absolutely frickin' disgusting. I screamed that out the moment I had heard about who she was. A few weeks after everything, my dad and his woman took out a massive amount of money, or should I say borrowed that money, and paid my mom in one lump payment. And soon after that, the divorce was finished, and my mom was no longer that sad sight of a man's wife anymore. Since the woman he had been with was already carrying his child, not too long after the divorce, my dad went and married her. However, half a year later, right after his new wife had given birth to their baby, my dad was on his way home from the hospital and got into an accident that left him completely paralyzed. But considering how everyone in his family had already cut ties to him over what had happened, there was nobody around who could take care of him. It was up to his young wife to be at home with both him and their newborn, and she was forced to also get a job and everything, since they still had a lot of debt to pay off. Of course, my dad started to get disability and all that from the state, but it wasn't going to be enough. And after a few weeks of her doing that and completely losing it towards the end, his wife went and told her parents about what was happening, and they took her baby and left her to have to take care of my paralyzed dad. As for my mom and I, we've still been living at my grandparents' house, where we help them with a lot of the chores now, while my mom works from home remotely. I've still been going to work where I'd been all along, but I've made sure to tell all of my higher-ups about my dad, and about how if he ever shows up to the office, they are free to have him detained. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Yo, Sky.
Daniel, what's going on with you?
I have some news for you. I went and handed in our divorce paperwork to the courthouse, which means that you have 3 days to get out of my house.
What? Wait, what the hell?
I just said I went to the courthouse and handed in our divorce papers.
Wait, hold on a moment. Did you and I get into a fight or something that was worth you going out and getting us divorced like that? And hold on, I don't even remember signing any forms or anything for you and I to get divorced either.
Well, I've already gone and handed those papers in, and they told me they'd process them, so it's too late now.
Are you aware that doing something like that without my permission or my signature is not only going to be thrown out, but can be considered against the law? And if you went and forged my name and such, then you'll be in a whole lot of trouble for it.
Stop getting so worked up over all of the small stuff.
But something like that isn't even small stuff, Daniel.
Is it really worth getting that angry at me for, though? Anyway, I'm giving you 3 days now to get out of the house and on your way.
Wait a sec. I'm going to leave the house right now.
Yo? Why are you in such a rage over this?
Because you never even gave me a reason for why you wanted to get a divorce in the first place. Now, if you tell me why you did it, and depending on what your reason is, I might be a bit more open-minded about what selfish crap you just pulled there. If you're looking for a reason as to why he's leaving you now, I have the answer to that. You do? And who are you again? Huh? I mean, it seems that you and I have once exchanged numbers and everything because I have you in my contacts as Jasmine, but where did you and I meet again? I'm really sorry that I don't remember you or anything, so could you please tell me again? My name is Jasmine! I know that. I'm a longtime friend of Daniel's. Also, I happen to be his longtime crush that he was supposed to get married to before you got in the way of things. Oh, I totally remember you now. Now that you mention that, you were the one that started texting me right before my wedding with him and introduced yourself as that. And later you came up to me acting like a preteen on her period, talking to me like you needed to go back to class soon. What? And after all of that, you went on a rampage about how you were his longtime lover and started to throw some of our food at the staff and all. I remember you now. You were that buffoon. Honestly, what you did that day was so outlandish that you just barely have a spot in my brain that I can remember you from. What the hell is this all about? Well, I see now you're the reason he went and handed in divorce papers. That's right! You are nothing but a stranger to him now. Now that you've heard that from me, you get out of his house and go back to your parents' place or whatever the hell. That condo where you've been living with Daniel at is now going to be ours, and where we will start a family after we get married. Is that so? Hard for me to believe that, though, when you still seem to be going through puberty there. Huh? All right, I'll quit with the jokes now. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to just assume that you being around Daniel is the true reason for him leaving me, so allow for he and I to have another talk about things before I leave, all right? Wait, what the hell is wrong with you? You are such a toxic person.
I was finally able to get rid of her.
Daniel, what the hell was that all about?
I'm so sorry. She was a mistake on my end that I didn't take care of properly.
What happened with you? You were just saying before to me that you handed in our divorce papers and that you wanted me out of the place in 3 days. I thought that perhaps you were going through some serious trouble there, and that's why I kind of waited for you to get back to me like this. I just never thought that things would get as crazy as they have.
Right. I'm sorry for coming at you about all those things without any reason or rhyme, but thank you so much for actually believing what I said a little.
Well, it didn't sound like you truly meant it, but at the same time, I also kind of had to believe you. So what happened to you that was so bad?
Well, those divorce papers that I was writing up yesterday, I was afraid that if I just left them lying around, my mom or someone else might have come across them, and so I decided to take them with me, right?
That's right. You ended up putting them with your work gear before leaving the house this morning, right?
And about that bag I put them in, when I opened it up to grab a towel out of the inside to dry my hands with, I ran into another man walking the opposite direction, and a lot of the things inside it fell out, and it was crazy.
Really?
And the divorce papers also happened to be inside there, and as they fell out, consider it a stroke of bad luck for me, because as I scrambled to grab all my things off the ground, Jasmine was right there and picked those papers up off the ground.
What?
When she saw that both your name and mine were on the papers, she turned to me and said, "You're getting divorced now, huh?" And since the courthouse was right down the road from us, she must have thought that I was heading there with the papers then to hand them in. I told her to hand them back to me, but before I could, she took off sprinting with them and ran inside the courthouse and out of my sight.
With a situation like that, you trying to tell me that all of this had happened and that you needed my help would have taken a lot of time from you.
I really wanted to tell you at the moment it happened, but when I finally caught up to Jasmine to try and explain things to her about what was going on, she was already at the counter handing them in and told me to finish telling the lady that I wanted a divorce.
And you had to go through with it because it would have been just as hard to explain things to her as it would have been to me.
And so, after that all happened, she had been all over me and wouldn't let me leave her sight. She followed me onto the train, into a taxi, and towards the bus station. But I was able to jump onto a bus right as it closed its doors, and I was able to get away from her. And that's why I was just saying that I was able to get away from her.
Hey, is there a chance that you running into Jasmine wasn't a coincidence, but rather she was stalking you the whole time?
What?
Remember that before our wedding, she wouldn't stop following you around asking for an invite, and we were finally able to get rid of her by giving in? Knowing that she was completely fine stooping that low, it might not be that uncommon for her to be a straight-up stalker, right?
She might very well be one.
Then perhaps with the timing of everything else, you running into that man and having the contents inside of it scattered in front of her was a good thing. If you think about the divorce papers as a sort of bait that led your stalker into a perfect trap.
That's a great point. Now that she assumes she'll be getting married to me, she won't expect us to move out of the condo and away from her. I might have to take some drastic measures in order to get her to stay away from me as we move out, but I think I can manage something like saying I have a business trip or something for the next few days.
Well, I'll leave all of that up to you then. Good luck.
Sorry that a lot of this had to get you all worked up and that you had to get stuck talking to Jasmine. By the way, this bus that I hopped on is actually heading over to one of the other condos we were thinking really hard about buying.
All right, that's perfect, actually. I understand you getting to work on that. And actually, if it makes you feel any better, I already went ahead and bought it for us, which was meant to be a surprise for you.
Wait, are you serious?
Don't worry, the realtor will meet you there and give you the key and everything to it. I'll start making my way over there as well in the next 30 minutes or so. And don't worry about things like clothing and such, because I packed up as much as I could in the car today, and we'll bring it to you.
No way! Thank you so much for thinking ahead like that.
There are some papers that you might still have to fill out with the realtor, though.
You can leave all of that to me. I've already been gathering a lot of the documents we'd need for buying a condo, so I'll make sure to pull those out if needed.
All right, thank you, Daniel.
I'll see you there soon then, at our new condo. Please drive safe on your way over.
Thanks, Daniel. And good luck to you with any of the remaining paperwork and such. Starting today, I am going to be living in that condo with Daniel, and I've also made sure to fill out all of our marriage papers, so once he's back from his business trip, we can go and hand them into the courthouse. And after that, he and I will be married to one another forever. I wonder if tonight we'll be able to sleep together for the first time, or if it will be tomorrow night. Oh, Daniel, hurry up and come back home to me. Are you wanting to tell me that to Daniel for you or something? Huh? Oh, I didn't mean to send that last message to you. Oh, Daniel, hurry up and come back home to me. I just wanted to let you know that right now, as I'm texting you, I am on the way to your place with all of my things in tow so that I can move in.
What do you mean by move in?
I get it, all right? You're still on your business trip and everything. But I was able to get the key to the condo from your mother, so don't worry about being home to help me move in. I'll be just fine with the help of her.
I don't ever remember giving my mom that key, though. Does this mean she went out and made another duplicate again without telling me?
Well, this time she did it for my sake, so please forgive your mother for doing such a thing, all right? I'll make sure to start cooking you your very favorite turkey and mashed potatoes while I wait for you to come home, okay? Love you. What's going on here? I was just trying to figure out why this key wasn't working at all for me, and the next thing I know, I'm being told by the man living next door that you moved out of this condo with Sky? Wasn't it only supposed to be your ex moving out of this place? You haven't actually left this place and moved somewhere else, right? I mean, this condo was supposed to become the perfect place for you and I to start living together after getting married and beginning to have kids here, right? This was supposed to become the place where we made love to each other for the first time.
What the hell are you going on about right now? I moved out of there as well, just like my neighbor said. Both Sky and I moved out.
Huh?
And the reason you're not able to use that key my mom gave to you is because the landlord of that building probably already finished up with changing the locks out.
Daniel? What are you talking about right now, Daniel? How could you have moved out of here with your ex-wife you just divorced the other day? Are you doing okay right now?
Well, thinking about this without any context would make it seem like I'm a little bit crazy right now.
Right? If you don't understand how crazy you're sounding right now, then please come back home. And please make sure to get that Sky out of your head so that we don't have to talk about her.
The only reason for the divorce was so that Sky and I could cut ties to my mom.
What?
The reason we had to get a divorce in order to get away from my mom was so that she would get off my case about leaving her. And when we get married to one another again, I want to make sure that I take her name this time and no longer have to be associated with my mom.
You're cutting ties for real then? Wait, why would you do that? How can you cut ties to someone as wonderful as your mom?
You consider a mother who would purposefully feed her son what she thinks he's allergic to in order to put him in the ER a wonderful mom?
What?
I'm sure you heard about how a year ago I ended up in the hospital due to a very serious allergic reaction that almost killed me. That was my mom's doing. She always told me from a young age that the best way to deal with allergies was to take small doses in of what you were allergic to, and your body would heal it. But over time, she would do it to punish me as well, in much higher doses. And a year ago, I didn't listen to her about leaving Sky like she's been wanting me to, so she went and snuck more allergens into my food and caused me to suffer a very bad reaction. It was so bad that I passed out almost immediately. Thank God Sky had my EpiPen on her and made sure to rush me to the hospital that was only down the road from the condo. Had I been another 10 minutes late, the doctor said they wouldn't have been able to give me enough steroids in time to help me breathe again. After that, I went and confronted my mom in the most intense way that I could about it. But even then, she didn't listen to me and said it was my own fault for never healing myself through microdosing. From that point on, Sky and I were making plans to divorce as a way of getting my mom off my back and cutting ties to her before I remarried Sky again.
Is that right? Then allow me to come and help you with your allergies.
Huh?
I think your mom just sucked at treating your allergies and should have never used that as a way to punish you. She must have really wanted you to marry me next, and that's why she freaked out and gave you too much of whatever it is that you're allergic to. Maybe she wasn't careful enough with the dosing because she was so worked up. But I, on the other hand, am the very careful type and will make sure you don't have another reaction like that again. From now on, as your wife, I will make sure to treat all the allergies you have in a more loving way than your mom. I promise to make you that turkey and mashed potatoes you love so much with only the best ingredients so that you're not having any troubles breathing. All right? Now you don't have to worry about me and can come back home, right? This all worked out perfectly for us.
You're worse than my mom.
What?
The whole point of this was to cut ties to my mom forever, but it seems I'm going to have to cut ties to you as well now.
No way, Daniel. I'm saying that I'll help you get over your allergies to turkey and potatoes and everything else. So can we get married now?
I have no idea what you're talking about there. You don't just fix allergies like that, you idiot.
What?
I only have so much life left in me after that last battle, so I need to defend it at all costs. Me cutting ties to the both of you will be the best choice I've ever made.
Daniel, no, don't do that.
And don't even start texting my wife about all of this. Well, it's not like you'll be getting in touch with her or anything, since she's already gone and blocked your number.
Wait, no, Daniel.
And now it's gonna be my turn to block you. Bye.
Wait a second, Daniel. Daniel! Daniel, I'm finished with work now. How are things going for you? Have you finished work yet?
In another 30 minutes or so, I should be able to meet with you.
Also, it doesn't seem that the desks will be open inside at this time, so we can leave all of our documents in the mailbox for the courthouse to take care of tomorrow.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and do that then, and there shouldn't be any problems.
All right. I'll be waiting in front of the courthouse for you then.
Sounds great. I'll be heading out of the office right now and on my way.
Right after that, both Jasmine and Daniel's mom started to get into fights over who had the better plan to fix Daniel's allergies, and those fights would go on for day after day. It was so unbelievable to everyone how stupid the two were that all of those in town started to warn others to stay away from them and never let them come around you. When it comes to Daniel's dad, he realized after having to take his son to the hospital so many times due to his wife that it was no use trying to help her stop doing all of those things, and he moved out of their place overnight and is working on divorcing her as well. As for Jasmine herself, Daniel went to her parents and told them both about what she had been doing to him. And without even questioning him any, they both went and grabbed their crazy daughter off the streets and sent her away to go and work for her uncle on the other side of the country. Sounds like their family is full of youth like her who have a lot of problems, and that all of them have been sent to her uncles to get those kinks worked out through punishing labor. And when it comes to Daniel and I, after we had moved away and into our new condo on the other side of the city, we made sure to get back to work, starting off by just working remotely so that we could avoid Jasmine. But after she was sent away to go and work for her uncle and another month or so passed by, we finally went back to the courthouse together and handed in the paperwork to be remarried. We both made sure not to tell any of Daniel's family about this happening besides his dad, and said to him that it needed to stay a secret from everyone else, which he gladly promised would happen. Daniel also went and took my name in the marriage this time and will no longer have to share a name with his mom that brings him nothing but anger and frustration. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Cassidy, you're all ready to go, right?
Yes, I am, Marco. Well, I guess you could say that I'm ready at least.
What do you mean?
Hey, are you really wanting to live stream our wedding to everyone that'll be watching online? I wonder if it's too late for you to cancel all of that now.
What? What's going on with you? We've already come this far with all the preparations and now you're wanting to back out? I've already read through so many of the comments from everyone online saying they've been looking forward to this wedding for a long time now. We have a schedule to respect now, and that means we have to live stream this wedding to everyone. Too late to back out of that now.
Actually, when it comes to all your live streaming and such, you didn't really tell me about doing it during our wedding until after you told all of your viewers, right? Had you told me before doing that, then I would have for sure said no to it. And out of some of your viewers, Jackson will be coming and watching this wedding in person, right?
But you happen to know him better than a lot of the others, right?
But this will be the first time I have to see him.
What? Does that mean you actually haven't met with Jackson before and today will be your first time ever seeing him?
I only know about the things you've told me about him. And all of these viewers and friends of yours are all pretty much new to me because you never really even talked about your live streaming much.
Is that right? Then this will become the perfect chance for you to get to know him, all right?
Huh?
Anyhow, having to cancel the live stream and everything at a time like this is impossible for me. I've advertised all of this to all my viewers on all my social media and everything already.
You advertised all of this? Is our wedding really going to become that big of a deal to all your viewers? And you never even asked me about this before.
They're all going to be cheering and celebrating us with all their energy, so what's the problem? All right. Now that you're aware of all that, it's too late for you to complain anymore about it.
Too late for me to... Even though you were the one that put all of this together before telling me?
All right, I'll talk with you later, okay? So the vows and everything at the chapel are done with now, right?
Hey, you went and streamed everything that was happening there as well, right?
Well, of course I did.
And you're going to continue to do that for the party and everything, right?
If anything, the dance and the party and everything are the main part of this wedding.
A lot of my friends here don't actually want to be on camera or anything for your live stream, so I've told all of them to be careful and keep their face covered when you come around.
I see. So those are the types of friends you have then, huh?
I don't think it's only my friends who think that, though. I would like to talk with your friends holding the cameras and ask them to be more careful around the guests here today and to try and only focus on us so that they don't show people who don't want to be on camera.
Understood. I'll go and let Jackson know about that right now.
And to be honest, I don't really want to be on camera either.
Well, we can't do anything about that, though. Today is about you and me, and that means that you'll always be around me and have to be on camera. So stop being so selfish, please.
Huh? You're going to call what I'm asking right now selfish of me?
Hey, Jackson, right now y'all are taking a break from doing the live stream and put the camera down, right? Do you have a second to chat?
Hey, what's up, Marco? The next time we'll have the cameras rolling is when you're out partying and dancing and all that. What'd you want to talk about now?
My wife is continuing to complain about all of this.
Huh? What's she whining about this time, man?
She's told me that a lot of her guests don't really like to be on camera and all that, and that she wants us to refrain from shooting their faces.
I know the ones you're talking about. I already was trying to get them to come on camera, but they all started to put their masks on and walked away. It's not like they look good or anything, so they need to stop acting all embarrassed like that.
Well, it's not just those friends of hers, though, but a lot of the other guests don't really want to have their faces shown either. So, could you just keep the camera on us and make sure to take shots without other guests' heads in them?
Are you kidding me? That's such a pain in the ass, though.
Well, I don't want to be divorced over anything after today, so you'd better listen to me, because there's not another woman out there that would marry me.
Well, guess I'll have to then, huh? It's not like all the guests of the main part of today's live stream anyway, as we have the party next to the pool coming up really soon here, right? Marco, are you able to have a look at your phone right now?
Yeah, but I won't be able to text you for very long. What's up?
All right. Soon, here, I'm gonna make sure to follow Cassidy from pretty close behind her.
Oh, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm interviewing her and all that over by the side of the pool, so make sure you're over there for when it's time, and make sure that she doesn't notice a single thing is up when you come.
Roger that.
And that right there is what we call a perfect 10. Absolutely right. When I went up and kicked her in, I noticed that my other foot was caught on the bottom of her dress, but then I was able to lift that foot up in time, letting her dress slip, and she went head first into that pool, creating one of the biggest splashes I'd ever seen. And considering that's a wedding dress, I bet that made for some really good shots with her going in like that, right? Damn right. I'd say that was the best shot we've ever gotten on one of our live streams. I plan to put this live stream up onto YouTube later as a watchable video, and the title is gonna be "Watch What Happens When We Push a Bride into the Pool on Her Wedding Day." I'm looking forward to watching all of that for myself when you go and upload it. Now that we got all that out of the way, where is today's bride at? After all that madness was over with, I took a look at some of the video we'd recorded and at all the comments, and when I looked back up, everyone was gone. And where'd you run off to, Marco? You're the one I wanted to show all of these shots we got to the most, man.
Right. I was told to head to the changing room with my parents. I think that's where Cassidy's run off to hide from us at, so I'll call you over once I get there. We have to get back to the party and everything after all.
By the way, Marco, doesn't it sound like some police sirens or something are starting to get closer to here?
Oh, I just had a look out the window of this place, and there's an ambulance pulling into the parking lot now. Hey, Cassidy? Are you kidding me right now, calling an ambulance to the wedding like that? Now you're just making a big deal out of nothing at all by getting those EMTs involved with our wedding today. You must be one narrow-minded woman to be getting that upset over something like getting kicked into the pool on your wedding day. Jackson told me that he got the perfect shots of you going into that pool, and he's so happy now because of it. I don't want to waste all those moments now, so hurry up and get back out here. Oh, and it looks like we're not going to be able to use the venue we had anymore. So how about you just come and meet us all back here to start? Jackson wants to give you a little interview after what all happened, and from there we can all move to another location to have the rest of the party.
I can't go back.
Huh? You can't keep on acting like a freaking baby, all right? We have to keep this wedding going, because I have a lot of people online who are watching this stream wanting to see us have fun. That's right. Make sure you smile when you're on camera. Everyone loves to see a pretty woman smiling. Now stop being so selfish, saying that you're not going to come back to our wedding.
I never said that I'm not going to go back there. I said that I can't go back there.
Huh?
I hit my head really hard on the bottom of that pool, and now I'm suffering from a really bad concussion and a huge laceration to my head. And I was kicked so hard in the side of the knee that I can't stand on it anymore. The EMT told me that I most likely tore something in my knee and that my tibia is broken as well. I'll most likely need surgery for all those things, and recovery can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. You and I are getting divorced.
What? Wait. Well, why are you even able to text me right now, then?
Because my mom, standing right next to me in the ambulance, is the one typing everything that's being sent to you. Currently, I'm in too much pain to be able to think straight, and with my concussion, there's no way I can look at my phone.
Wait, then that would be... So you're Cassidy's mother, and she's in a really bad state right now? Oh, God! Cassidy, please, hey, please just stop thinking about getting this divorce, all right? And I'll apologize to you for everything Jackson did that day when he got too carried away with that live stream.
I already handed in the divorce papers to the courthouse.
What?
And you're not apologizing for anything he did because you also have yourself to blame for that.
Ah! Why do you think I'm to blame for all of that?
Because there was someone watching that live stream you had put on that day, and they happened to be my friend. And what she told me is all she could see from what you guys were streaming is you and your buddy Jackson there working together to send me into that pool. Jackson also went and showed the viewers all of the comments you and him were making back and forth about doing that to me over text, so there's no way you're going to run away from that. I'm going to tell the police about this as well, claiming you both assaulted me. And that means you both will be paying me a settlement to cover all these medical costs and more.
Hold on a second, please. I never meant for any of that to happen to you.
I don't give a damn if you meant for any of that to happen to me or not. The fact that you even had the nerve to do something like that to your wife on your wedding day in a pool that was only a foot deep is why I'm done with your ass.
No way, Cassidy.
This is all common sense as well, but you're going to be paying for the whole entire wedding, too.
What? Does that mean... How much does that mean I'll be paying in total?
All of those prices will be coming to you in the mail tomorrow, so you can have a look with your own eyes at the cost of pushing your own wife into a shallow pool on her wedding day, and learn the cost of being a complete and utter dickhead. Well, if I had to say how much I think you'll be paying, look forward to around $300,000.
Are you kidding me? No freaking way! Jackson, all because of you, I'm gonna be getting divorced from Cassidy now. And what makes matters worse is that she's asking for an extremely high amount of money from me in a settlement. Both of my parents told me that once all of this has been taken care of, they are both gonna be disowning me from their family. Why the hell did you do this to me? Shut the hell up, you bitch! Right now is not the time for you to be whining about all of that petty crap. Huh? Listen, you asshole, you just went and put my life into ruins and you're just gonna tell me to shut up? What the actual hell is wrong with you? That live stream we did has become a very major problem for us. What? I knew something like that wouldn't be good to keep online, and so I deleted the YouTube video and the stream. But it seems like one of the viewers ended up screen recording the whole live stream and uploaded it on their account. I knew that it would be going all over social media, and in order to try and stop that, I went way too far with some things. And now things have only become worse for us. Huh? I know that a lot of people online know about where you live and where you work, yet nothing bad has happened to you yet? Actually, I've been getting a lot of phone calls at the house with no caller IDs, as well as calls that leave very upset voicemails for me. And in my mailbox, I've received all kinds of strange mail and death threats. I was also told by my office that I'm no longer allowed to come in for the foreseeable future as they figure out what to do with me. I think they're gonna fire me soon. So, you have known about all that's happened this past week or so. Well, I'm in the same boat as you, getting calls from strangers and mail telling me to off myself. I've also been contacted by Cassidy's lawyer telling me I'll be taken to court soon as well, and that a settlement would be asked for from me there. This amazing life of being a live streamer with you!
Why are you acting like you're a victim in all of this? You're the one who had the stupid-ass idea of doing what you did to my wife, and that's why we're both royally screwed now. And now we're both going to be tried as criminals soon, too.
God damn it, wasn't it you that agreed with the plan, though? So stop trying to act like this is all my fault and that you just got screwed by my actions alone.
Shut the hell up already, damn it! It's because of you that I'm being freaking divorced now! You take responsibility for that, you jackass!
Screw off! I'm not worried about your freaking marriage! I'm worried about what everyone online is going to think about us now after what happened to us. I don't give a crap about what happens between you and her now.
Excuse me? What the hell did you just say to me? You get over to my damn house right now and beg for me not to mess you up, or else I'll be over at your place tonight to make an example out of you.
After that back and forth between both Marco and Jackson, Jackson started another live stream and began to talk. I think he figured he could talk his way out of what all had happened in the last stream they'd done by pinning all of the blame on Marco and not anyone else. And, well, all he really did was make himself look like the dumbass of all dumbasses. Soon Marco broke into his place through the window and they both began to get into a scuffle on the floor of his living room, only to stop punching one another when they heard police sirens approaching. But before either one of them could run, the back door could be heard opening up, and 3 officers came into the room and told them to lay on the ground. Marco did just that, but Jackson made a break for it out the broken window, but before he could, he got tasered. And so did Marco, causing them both to freak out and one of them to topple over the camera. The camera then broke, and that was the end of their final live stream. They both would be taken to court where they would be charged with assault. Marco would be charged with breaking and entering, and Jackson would be charged with attempting to run from the police. As they went through their trials, their parents went ahead and paid all their settlements to me, and I could finally forget about them entirely. I'm so happy that I was able to end things with Marco when I could, and now I can just focus on my long recovery, and then use whatever money remains from the settlements to take some time to relax. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Oh my, this isn't good at all. What am I going to do about this?
What's happened now, Bev?
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. What am I supposed to do about this now?
Bev? I really don't care to sit here listening to you trying to act out another one of your scenarios where you're concerned about something. Just tell me what's happened and let's move on with this. You're starting to annoy me again.
Annoy you? Oh, Chloe, how dare you? Calling your own husband's mother annoying like that.
Just tell me what's going on. I already know the kind of person you are, so trying to act all concerned about anything that has to do with me is no use. And I'm going to just assume that once again you've done something that will cause me the most trouble, like always. So get on with what you have to tell me.
You really are so disappointing.
And you think you have any right telling me that when you're the one trying to once again create some rough waters between yourself and your daughter-in-law?
Well, so be it. I don't have time to mess around anymore myself, so here's the thing. I ended up losing your passport, so would you mind staying home while we all leave? Even Devin is saying that's our best plan.
Is that right? I'm not sure how and why you had my passport in the first place, but what you're saying is that it's best I stay home?
That's what I'm saying.
Understood, Bev. Then I'll be heading home now. Devin, did you end up giving my passport to your mom?
What? Wait, I have no clue what happened there with your passport. And hold on, wasn't it you that took it with you?
Well, one might say that. I would have to, or else it would be impossible for me to board a plane to head out of the U.S., right?
Did something happen?
If you're not already aware, I just got a couple of texts from your mom. She told me that she ended up losing my passport somewhere and that I need to head home right now and stay there while you guys are gone.
What the heck? I can go have a word with her right now about what she's talking about if you'd like me to.
Please do. Where are you at right now?
I'm in the restroom. I was actually on my way here when you started to text me because I was wanting to have a word with you to see what was happening. And since I was with both of my parents, I didn't want them questioning what I was doing, so I said I had to do a number 2.
I see.
Anyway, we both weren't planning to spend a lot of time with them anyway, and I'm still ready with the plans you and I had.
Same with me. No problems here at the moment.
Roger that. Then I'll get ready to head back out to them.
Sounds good. And good work hiding in the restroom like that.
Take care of my little sister for me, please.
Will do. Safe travels out there.
Thank you, Chloe. And the same thing goes for you guys.
We're having so much fun out here in the Bahamas. I know that you weren't able to come along with us since your passport was lost and everything, but coming out here was the right choice for all of us. My husband and I, along with Devin, are having the best time ever here with nobody else involved. I just knew that the best way to enjoy a vacation was with my family and my family alone.
You say that you wanted all of your family there and only your family, but doesn't it seem strange to you that your daughter isn't there?
Huh? Rachel? Oh, like you, she doesn't have anything to do with being a part of my family.
Even though she's Devin's little sister?
And I'm saying my family does not allow for there to be any useless people like her in it. Jesus. Now, all the fun I was having is being wasted on this conversation.
If you feel like you're not having a good time now, then you shouldn't have started texting me in the first place.
I just wanted to show you how much fun we were having.
Ah, well, I don't care about how you all are doing there. I can see that you all are having a great time there, but I don't want to sit around all day talking with you about it, so goodbye for now.
Hold it right there. This is what I mean by you not being cute at all. You really have nothing else in that head of yours besides hate.
I should have known that would happen.
Hmm?
I knew your skills of being able to dodge my mom like that were going to come into play, and you did a great job of ruining her fun.
So you did see that unfold.
Well, it's just that my mom had me there alongside her, thinking that I'm her ally in all of this, and wanted to show me how much of a bully she could be. And then when you said those things to her towards the end of that conversation, she turned to me, whining about it all.
Sorry for causing you any trouble there.
Oh, that's right. This has to do with what my mom was saying about having lost your passport and all. I think she assumed that you'd actually be coming out to join us all on this vacation and wouldn't be heading somewhere else completely different.
Ah. So she must have thought that when I said I'd be going on vacation as well, that it meant I would be with all of you guys, and that's why she went out of her way to lose my passport?
Well, when I had a moment, I noticed something that looked like a passport hanging out of her bag and went to take a look while she was away from it. And that passport just so happens to be yours, which means that she didn't lose it at all.
Is that right?
I think the one she lost on purpose had to be the small notebook you had that happened to look like a real passport.
Wait, so she purposefully lost that and not my actual passport? The notebook that I had gotten a while ago at that small gift shop?
That's right, that notebook.
She didn't realize that it was just a simple notebook when she'd picked it up?
She's gotten to that point in her life where age is really starting to affect her eyes, but due to her pride and all, she still won't go out to get any glasses. The fact that she actually thought a notebook like that was the same thing as a real passport does lead me to question some other things about her than just her eyesight, though. She brought that notebook with her all the way to the Bahamas thinking she'd gotten you good.
So she was doing all of that just to hurt me. I'm so sorry for your loss, Devin.
Huh?
Anyway, thank you for taking a look at what was in her bag. Since it didn't happen to be my passport, I'm feeling a whole lot better now.
No worries. How is Rachel doing with you?
She's doing just fine. She just moved into her new place a few days ago, but having her own place now at the age of 19 has really gotten her all excited. She looks to be having a really fun time there. And later, once you arrive back here, you're going to help her set up her first smartphone and everything, right? She told me that she's so excited about that, and she can't even sleep anymore.
I see. I'm so happy to hear that she's getting that excited over everything. The fact that she had to go through 19 years of pain and suffering in my family, all because I was the older brother and was the only child loved by my parents. I'm so happy.
Tomorrow the both of us will be going into town to shop at that massive shopping mall for some new things for her place.
Can you go ahead and tell her that I'll pay for everything later so she is allowed to buy whatever she wants from wherever she wants?
Sure thing. I'll let her know that.
Well, that's all I really had to tell you about today. I'm going to start getting myself ready to leave this country tomorrow and come back home to you.
Sounds good. Just a little bit more and this will all be over with. Good luck, Devin.
Thank you.
Devin, your father and I already told you about the plane we'd be heading home on and how it would be just fine with you to ride home with us as well. So are you really sure that you want to take a different flight from us still?
I'm sorry, but you both should head home before me on that originally planned flight. There's some trouble going on at work right now, and I don't want to be on a 4-hour plane ride worrying about it all, since there'll be no way for me to take calls on the plane. I'll stay here for the day, and once I've gotten everything sorted out, I'll take the evening flight home. That's really the only choice I have at the moment anyway. Luckily, you have Dad with you still, who's flown all the time, so you won't need me on that flight home with you, right?
Well, I guess I do have him with me.
Anywho, I have to start making some calls now, so I'll have to go, Mom. I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna need this thing while I was here, but I made the right choice bringing my laptop and all along with me.
Having to always change your plans from the rest of us like that during this whole trip. I feel so bad for you, Devin. I just can't believe it.
Chloe, thank you so much for waiting. Both my mom and dad have left the country and should have arrived back home by now. And pretty soon here, the plane to New York City will be taking off, and I'll be on my way there to meet you.
Oh, so things have all gone as planned? Great work making all of that happen over there, Devin.
Thank you. It's gonna be about a 5-hour trip for me now, and I won't have any Wi-Fi on this flight, surprisingly. So in a bit here, I'm gonna throw my phone into airplane mode and then take a nap.
Sounds good. I know for a fact that while you're on that plane, your mom is going to be texting me about you not being home yet or something along those lines. Just leave her and her BS to me.
I feel bad for leaving you with her, but please, finish what we started.
Chloe, where did Devin go? You hurry up and reply to me right now. You tell me where Devin is right now.
Jesus Christ. It took you that long before thinking of getting in touch with me again?
Huh?
You and your husband got back home from that trip around 4 hours after taking off yesterday afternoon, which would mean that you guys had gotten home around 6 or 7 and have been home ever since last night, right? I kind of assumed that you would be trying to call and text me in the middle of the night, realizing something was up. But I never got anything from you and was able to head to sleep myself.
By the time we both made it back home last night, we were exhausted and went right to bed, only waking up just now. I realized that I didn't have my phone on all night and just turned it on as I went to the bathroom.
Which would mean you only just received all those texts about how Devin was cutting ties to the both of you, which you should have been getting last night, right?
And you know where that boy is right now, don't you?
Yes, I know exactly where he's at.
Then you tell me where right now.
He's at a hotel near the airport.
What? So he's still not back to his place here in Ohio, right? Then if I made a trip out to the international airport, I'd be able to find him.
Well, he didn't head back to Ohio, so don't expect for him to be anywhere around that airport.
Huh? He's not coming back to Ohio? What the hell do you mean by that?
Devin and I have decided to move overseas, you see.
You're moving overseas?
Because we both work for the same company and same department in said company, we've told you before about how the company is expanding and needs people to move overseas, right? And this time it's us who will be moving away for work to the new office. We were both asked by management to do so, and we both couldn't just say no to them.
I never heard anything about that, though.
Well, we never told you that part.
Why the hell not? Moving out of the country to live and work someplace else isn't something you guys should be keeping from your parents.
Considering he told you he was cutting ties to the both of you, are you not aware of the reason for why he never said anything about that yet?
I have no idea why. After all that time I put into the boy, making him into an elite, there's no way he would move against us and say that he's willing to cut ties and move away. I'm sure that all of this was your idea and that you've been forcing him to do this. You give us back our Devon right now.
My, oh my. If you haven't even picked up on why this has all happened, then there is no way you've noticed the other two things that have changed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What have you noticed about Rachel?
What? Now that you mention her, ever since we arrived back home, we haven't seen her anywhere. I just had a look in her room and all of her things are gone and there's nothing left of her.
You're talking about the 3 cases of things she had in that tiny closet she'd been living in? I can't believe that she survived 19 years living in that home with you and never once ran away from you guys.
She should be happy that someone as useless as her was even allowed to have 3 things worth of stuff in this house.
I had always wanted to ask about this, but what about Rachel makes you call her a useless person like that so often?
Because she's so clumsy at everything she does, and when it comes to her grades in school.
The high school Rachel went to happened to be the top performing school in the state, right?
Huh?
And in that school, she graduated as the valedictorian.
Huh?
Her strong points were things like linguistics and social sciences, which allowed for her to excel in pretty much every class when it came to things like speeches and group projects. She was also able to get the highest score on the SAT out of the whole entire school, as well as with the ACT. She was considered the best student that school had ever seen, and one of the brightest people for her age in the country.
Huh?
I'm not sure when or where you were looking at that girl, but from what I know about Rachel, she is too intelligent to fail like you and your husband wanted. So after talking with Devon and her about her future, we all decided that she'd be coming with the 2 of us to go and live overseas.
Are you kidding me? So you guys are already...
We've gone and met with Devon at the airport just now, and we'll be leaving the country soon. Rachel's told us that when we arrive into our new country of residence, she's going to get to work making it into their top university.
What the hell is going on? How could you?
I can see you're already in a lot of shock, but it's too soon for that yet.
What else is there?
Well, there's still one more thing before we're done with you.
And what the hell could that be?
Your husband.
What? All of my husband's things are gone as well.
I'm not too sure how he went about doing a lot of that, but for some time now, he's been talking with Devon about how he'd be moving a lot of his things out, little by little.
Where did my husband go?
As far as I'm aware, he's not at home with you anymore.
Well, you have to know more than the obvious about him.
If you want to know everything that I'm aware of, it seems that he's gone and left the company he'd been working at. An early retirement, perhaps?
He retired?
He'd been trying to warn you for years now to cut it out with treating your children so differently from one another, and said that he could no longer put up with your constant babying of Devon while treating Rachel like trash. So he'd been aiming for the perfect time to divorce you.
Divorce me?
I was pretty shocked, too, to learn a lot of this from Devon after he'd been talking with his dad about everything. But it turns out that around the time Devon entered middle school, your husband noticed that you weren't paying any attention to Rachel and started to ask why. And the only answers you'd give were that Devon was the first child and needed to be treated as such by being spoiled and supported with all your energy.
But
I guess he continued to try and talk you out of doing that to Rachel ever since then, but every single time he would, you'd grow more and more upset, taking it all out on Rachel.
He never said anything to me about it, like he was wanting me to stop, though.
That's not how he made it seem to us, and he's even shown Devon some of the conversations you guys had years ago, proving that you never cared about his views on this either. Anyway, he told us that a lawyer would be getting in touch with you really soon about that, and that they would be the only way for you to communicate with him anymore.
He is a lawyer now, too?
Now, that's all I really have that I can say to you, so with that,
Chloe!
goodbye forever.
Chloe!
When it comes to Devon's dad and what he did to run away from his wife, he took all the things he could in his car and went to stay in an Airbnb somewhere outside the state. A few days later, he was able to get the divorce from Bev and is now moving out to be with some friends of his and help them with some work for a little extra cash. The story of all of this was soon heard throughout the neighborhood, and this led to everyone referring to Bev as a family of one, and they all began to stop supporting her as well. The house happened to be her family's, so in the end, she never had to leave it or anything with the divorce. But for someone who wanted to just stay inside for the rest of her life, never to face the world of embarrassment she'd created again, she had no choice but to go out and find a job. She's now working at a grocery store on the other side of the neighborhood, where she gets to overhear all the drama in town. Particularly what everyone still has to say about her, and how they expected something like this to happen to her over time. She started to think about quitting her job, since the pain of having to go out in front of everyone is too much, and since she's gotten her half of her ex-husband's money, she's begun staying home more and more often, spending it all without limits, hoping she'll one day be fired and not have to go out again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.